kailangan ko na naman palitan ng bubong ko, pare. Mag-iisang taon pa lang yan. May tulo na kagad.
Ay, bossing! Baka naman kasi hindi matibay yung ginamit nyo. Dapat ang Yero, Cherry Room, tibay protektado sa pangmatagalang yero.
Mainit at makabuluhang talakayan tungkol sa sports, kumpleto yan dito sa Power and Play. Mula sa mga paborito at naglalakihang atleta hanggang sa mga natatanging Pinoy sports figures na dapat nyong makilala. Ihahatid yan dito sa Power and Play.
Ipagmalaki ang galing na meron tayo. Ilantad ang likas nating talento at magdala ng saya sa mundo. Sa harap ng pagsubok ay di susuko. Para sa pangarap tayo'y porsigido. Magpakitang gilas na at magpapatalo. Ipag-iwang natin ang Pilipino. Yan ang Pinoy. Mula noon at hanggang ngayon, talento natin ang bida. Mula sa simpleng bakuran hanggang entablado natin ipakita. May pagsubok man ng Pinoy, pinalalakas ng saya. San man tayo sa pulot, sumbe, sibay, lakay, amiga. Sama-sama pakita ang galing natin katropa sa kapwa ko Pilipino.
Power and Play was brought to you by Cherry Loom, ang yerong may aluminum. Cherry Tigo, love your journey. Photon, empowering the Filipino business. Joyride, ang inyong bagong kasundo. And N Plus Gold, tanda ng pagmamahal.
Halina't makinig, talakayin natin ang laro. Gusto mo, pag-usapan natin, ibida ang hilig ng bawat Pilipino na merong taglay na galing. Bangon na, Power and Play na, bangon na. Power and Play. Bangon na, Power and Play na, bangon na. Pilipinas tayo na, bangon na. Power and Play na, bangon na. Bangon na, Power and Play na, bangon na.
Carlos Yulo with 2 gold medals.
Power and Play with Noli Iyala.
Isa na namang malaalamat na pagtatapos ang ating pong inaabangan sa FIFA World Cup 2026. And of course, ang patuloy na paghahabol ng isang corona diyan po naman sa PBA Governors Cup. Yan po ang ating pag-uusapan sa inyong paboritong kasalo tuwing Sabado. Kaya bango na, Power and Play na! Magandang umaga po sa inyo lahat mga kapatid. Muli po nagbabalik kami dito sa TV5 Media Center para sa isa na namang edisyon ng inyong paboritong kasama tuwing Sabado, ang Power and Play. Ako po si Noli Iyala. And of course, marami po tayong magiging bisita ngayong araw pong ito. Sabi ko nga, inaabangan na po ang malahigante at talaga namang malaalamat na pagtatagpo ng Argentina kontra ng Spain sa FIFA World Cup 2026 Finals, kung saan ang Argentina po ay naghahanap ng kanilang back-to-back championships. Grabe, no? This has not happened. Napakatagal na. Ilang taon na yan, makikuha natin mamaya yan, mga kapatid. And of course, ang patuloy po na ika nga PBA Governors Cup, mamaya po makakausap natin ang bagong import ng Meralco Bolts, si Antonio Hester, dito po sa ating palatuntunan. At ang patuloy po na Iyala Mania na nangyayari sa mundo naman ng tennis. Pero hindi po siyempre kompleto ang ating huntahan kung hindi ko po kasama ang ating kaibigan at partner, the man for all seasons, Jera Sizo. Magandang umaga, partner.
Good morning, partner. Good morning po sa inyo lahat. At nakita niyo po, ang panahon ngayon, medyo kala mo summer.
Oo nga, biglang uminit na naman.
Biglang uminit na naman. Kaya pagkakataon po natin lahat para maglaba, at magkula, para naman pagsamantalahan natin ang mainit na araw.
No.
At tulad ng sabi ni partner Noli na, marami talaga tayong pag-uusapan ngayong araw na to dahil siyempre ako sa totoo lang partner.
Oo.
I'm now glued to the PBA maski na umpisa pa lang.
Oo naman.
Dahil 'di ba dati parang yung
Hintayin mo na yung finals.
antay mo na yung finals 'di ba? Pero ngayon po, alam niyo siguro samahan niyo kami ni partner na palaging panoorin ng PBA dahil nakikita niyo medyo exciting na may mga dating nasa ilalim na nananalo palagi.
Correct. Tingnan mo
Oo.
yung team standings ngayon mga kapatid. Ang team standings mo ngayon doon sa Group A, ang lumalamang NLEX at Converge.
Oo, di ba?
Alam naman natin ang NLEX, bagong coach niya. Nakausap natin si Jimmy Alapag. No? And of course, ang Converge, naghahanap ng unang titulo yan sa under si Governor Delta Pineda. Di ba? Doon naman sa kabila, ang nangunguna, dalawa rin bagito.
Oh.
Blackwater, mga kapatid. Hindi po kayo nagkakamali. Hindi ako nagbebenta ng pabango dito. At saka ng Phoenix Fuel Masters, pambira.
Diba?
Parehong bagito rin ang mga coaches niyan, partner. Ha?
At saka ang isa pang surprising dyan, yung Terra Firma. Di ba? Lahat ng nanalo sila,
Dikit-dikit.
pero yung talo nila, di ba? Gakukulang eh. Di ba? Talagang lumalaban.
Kahapon po, nanalo na naman ang Blackwater.
Yes.
Kagabi, kontra ng Magnolia.
Magnolia, 2 talo na.
Kung saan humabol sila sa dulo.
Yes.
Sa likod ng kanilang magaling na import, Barkley. Hindi si
Charles
Charles.
ba?
Hindi si Charles. And of course, si Bearfield. But ang kanilang naging hero last night, si RK Ilagan na partner. 20 puntos, back-to-back na napakagandang mga laro na po mula kay RK Ilagan. So again, maaga pa.
Maaga pa.
Sabi nga natin minsan ganun ang trend dito eh. Alam mo ba yung parang nagpapadehado lang yung ibang mga team?
Sige lang.
Sige lang. Muna lang kayo.
Mag-enjoy muna kayo ngayon.
Para naman sumaya kayo ng konti dyan. Fernando po to eh.
Yes.
Magpapabugbog muna yung mga nasa yung usual suspects. Pero hindi po natin hindi makakasiguro. Hopefully magpatuloy ang saya nila.
Yes,
no?
yes.
Talking about saya, partner, before ipasok natin ang ating unang bisita. Well, again, tayo po ituwa sa pagbisita ni Alex Ayala dito po sa ating bansa. Of course, dumating siya noong linggo at nagkaroon ng napakagandang mga events kung saan pinagdiwang ang napakaganda at makasaysayang paglalaro ni Alex sa WTA, no? Including the Wimbledon partner. Nakita natin yung reception sa Malacanang. Pagkatapos nun, sunod-sunod na yung mga fan meetings ni
Dinudumog
Alex.
no?
Nakita mo ba yung sa Glorieta yata yun? Kung saan talaga naman pong oras po ang binilang ng mga fans para siya ay intayin doon sa venue. Talaga namang pinaunlakan naman ni Alex. Partner, ikaw, yung ganyan, yung Alex, yung Iyala Mania, hindi na Maniac, iba yun. Iyala Maniac, iba yun.
Mania lang.
Mania lang.
Mania.
Pero yung ganong klaseng kasiyahan ng tao, ano sa tingin mo ang sanhi niyan, partner? Ikaw, you are a PR man. Alam natin na nababasa mo yung kumbaga yung damdamin ng tao partner.
Actually, first things, sa una talaga, okay. Alex Ayala, bottom line, she is a good copy. Yan na yan And everything will follows. Good copy, may itsura. Ayala
Siyempre. Ganun talaga. Kita nyo naman. Pati kulay.
Tama na.
Okay na. Doon na tayo.
Wala, may itsura, di ba? Number 2, her passion in the games, di ba? Number 3, very articulate. Number 4, very people-oriented. Kumbaga, kahit sino, maski na matanda, lalapitan niya, bata, lalapitan niya. Di ba? Kulang na lang, tumakbo na lang pagka-presidente yan
21 lang. 21 pala. 21.
So, she is a very good copy. Kaya talaga, the Alex fever, not only is happening in the Philippines, but it transcends globally.
Correct.
Kaya, ayan na yan
Oo.
Kaya,
may mga nagsasabi nga sa akin, boss, hindi naman ganyan yung nangyari kay, let's say, kay Kaloyulo o kay Heidelin. Sabi ko, alam mo, pinagmamalaki natin lahat yan, mga Olympians. At ang hirap nung ginawa nila, di ba? Of course, Manny Pacquiao, grabe yung naging kasaysayan and legendary ang pangalan ni Manny. Pero si Alex parang pinag-combine lahat
Pinag-combine lahat.
Parang sinama-sama. Pati si EJ Obiena, di ba?
And her answers sa media, maganda witty, may laman, di ba?
Yung ano ba, yung mass base ni Manny Pacquiao, sinama mo yung skills at yung bang training na pagtitraining nila Heidelin at ni Kaloy. And then yung eloquence ni EJ Obiena.
Tama.
Tapos yung ganda ni Alex pala.
Sila.
Yung lahat pinagsama. Kaya natutuwa lang ho kami. And of course, we're seeing here scenes of her visit to Malacanang. But talaga pong sa atin naging parang, sabi ko nga doon sa pinsan ko, si Mike, yung tatay po ni Alex, sa Pilipinas na si Alex, hindi na sa iyo. Hindi na sa atin.
True.
It's to the Philippines na siya. Siya ang may-ari na kay Alex, mga Pilipino.
And if you will notice, yung mga galaw ni Alex, alam mo naman tayo dito sa social media and all watching her, makikita mo kung peke or hindi. She's very natural. Di ba? Talagang kuhan. Kaya tumitindi itong
Sincero talaga. Well, mga kapatid, patuloy po natin pagmalaki ang ating tennis pride na ngayon ay lalaban na sa Washington, D.C. Yung sa Mubadala DC Open. Yan po gaganapin next week. So simula na ang hard court season ng WTA. Sisimulan yan sa Washington, D.C. Tutuloy siya ng Toronto. Tutuloy ng Cincinnati bago po pumalo sa US Open dyan po sa New York. Kaya atin pong patuloy na ipagdasal at of course ipagmalaki ang pinagmamalaki ng buong bayan, si Alex Ayala. Alright, well mga kapatid, talking about pinagmamalaki, I'm sure very very proud ngayon ang isang koponan sa PBA sapagkat napakaganda ng kanilang pagsisimula. Nabanggit nga ating kanina nga na may mga panibagong mga pangalan sa tuktok po ng team standings sa PBA Governors Cup. At yan po ang ating magiging unang paksa dito po sa inyong What's the Score? Well, mga kapatid, ang Phoenix Fuel Masters ang isa sa nangunguna po ngayon sa PBA Governors Cup kung saan dalawang sunod na panalo na po ang koponan nila. Napatuloy pa rin naghahanap ng isang kampyonato sa PBA and mukhang malaki na rin ang nangyayari sa kanilang pag-a-adjust. Sa lahat po na nangyayari ngayon sa PBA, maraming pagbabago, including yung mga FIBA rules, partner. And I think many teams, para makaangat ngayon, kailangan mag-adjust quickly. But more than that, I think yung leadership ng panibagong mukha ng team ay napakahalaga. Nakita natin yan kay Jimmy Alapag. Nakita yan natin kay Pat Aquino. At ngayon po, kasama natin ngayon, ang head coach mismo ng Phoenix Fuel Masters, si Coach Charles Tiu. Magandang umaga, Coach Charles.
Good morning, Coach.
Naayos pa yata ni Coach, ha? Coach?
Hello.
Yan.
Yeah, there you
Coach
go.
Charles. Gandang umaga. Thanks for joining us. I know you're very busy. At alam ko ikaw early riser, kaya alam kong meron ka pang pupuntahan. So let me just, first of all, early congratulations to you and your team, Charles, for a wonderful start sa Governor's Cup. But I wanna, before we get to that, tatanungin ka ng partner ko si Jera dito mamaya, Charles. Let me ask you about your first full season as a head coach ng PBA. You've been a head coach ng NCAA, been part of many other teams, including Gilas, Pilipinas. What has been the biggest adjustment? And yung bang yung expectation with reality nagtutugma as head coach, Charles?
A bit, to be honest, yeah. It's kind of what you expected. But I think the challenge on the side, these players are really pros. They have their own lives already. You know, sometimes they're thinking of so many different things. So, I mean, you have to factor in that aspect also. So, college kasi parang more or less, more often than not, they'll really follow what you want there, diba? But here, I mean, they're making a lot of money. It's a different ball game. But sa basketball-wise, ako I enjoyed in coaching the PBA kasi I feel the guys are a bit more experienced, higher level na talaga. It's a bit easier to tell them to do things and nagagawa nila, diba? Yung talent level is much higher. And so in a way, it's a little easier. But of course, the hard thing is mas malalakas din yung mga kalaban mo. And obviously kami sa Phoenix, we're not exactly the San Miguel's or the MVP team. So we have medyo dehado kami palagi. But I guess that's maybe part of what makes it fun also, yung challenge to try to compete with the big boys and try to pull off some upsets once in a while.
Right. Partner?
Kaya nga coach, di ba? I guess, probably you will deny it, it's a big surprise na rumaratsyada kayo ngayon. What could be the reason for this strong start? Ano ba tingin mo dito, coach?
Siguro ako may halong swerte.
Hindi pwede swerte lang yan.
Siyempre swerte rin yun. We played Meralco, wala silang import. Hindi nga kami halos manalo. We just were able to catch some breaks in the end, diba?
Totoo yun. Diba si Taffin, yung free throw niya, sumablay Pero yung second, and I saw Taffin, once he made that first basket, gumiti. Nakuha niya yung rhythm niya. Yung sa second shot niya, confident na siya.
I mean, we were able to get stops. I think 2 consecutive times and Newsome 1 time on Cancino. And those are great players, diba? That you want the ball in their hands. But nila naka-stop kami. We didn't play our best game against Meralco. But ako, the little things, some guys that we use off the bench stepped up. Obviously, people see sila Tuffing, sila Rivero, our import. Pero guys like sila JL De Los Santos, even Will Goss, who played some good minutes. Tyler Tiu, he only had 3 points out of 4. I don't know, but he had 8 assists. So those things, the little things that we're asking for the players to contribute, yun ang nagagawa nila. Sa first game naman sa Magnolia, I guess we also caught a break kasi na foul trouble naman yung import nila, 5 fouls. Although now they're 0-2, pero si LA parang si Coach Tim yata talaga normally starting slow tapos magpipeak na naman towards the end of the conference. He saw it last conference and now yesterday they just lost to Blackwater. So I don't know. Swerte lang rin kami yung Meralco came off a long layoff siguro, diba? So ako, it's that. Obviously we're adjusting some things also because we lost our bigs. We're trying to put Kai Balongay at the center, which is not his natural position. It's been a tough adjustment for him. I wanted to get a wing as an import itong si BJ Johnson kasi nga medyo short kami sa wing rotation namin, but I didn't know naman that Mamu would end up in our team, so medyo that was a factor in choosing our import. But hey, we're 2-0, we're happy where we are, pero sana matuloy-tuloy namin.
Anyway, since you mentioned Mamu, when will he start playing for your team?
I'm hoping by tomorrow. He showed up in practice yesterday. And then today we'll have a bit of a walkthrough after itong meeting natin, itong call. And then sana he'll be ready to go tomorrow. I'm not expecting too much yet, but good thing is with Mamu, I think he's a good character guy, diba? Low maintenance naman yan, and he'll be ready to help, and he's a winner. So I'm excited to have someone like him talaga.
Biro mo, coach, di ba? Team captain doon sa kabila, biglang pumunta sa inyo.
Alam mo, gusto ko malaman yan Coach Charles. Ano yan? Nasadya nyo pa talagang, were you really in the mix to get Mamu? Alam natin that he had an expired contract and it attracted so much attention yung Gian Mamuyak na situation, di ba? Were you really courting him? Talaga bang nasa plano nyo yan?
Natalisod lang.
O talagang, kumbaga, hulog ng langit lang sa iyo yan, Coach Charles?
Ako medyo sa totoo lang hulog ng langit kasi I'm really ako as a coach, I'm a firm believer in just keeping the guys that we have. If somebody else comes, sure. Ako, as long as the guys are proper, they're professional, I'm okay with keeping them in the team and just figure out how to develop guys, diba? I mean, I don't know also if we have a lot of trade pieces naman. So kami, we're just trying to develop. Bigla na lang sila Boss Bugia, I think he all of a sudden after our game itong last game lang against Meralco, he said, "Oh, do you guys like Mamu?" Tinawag niya kaming coaches. Sabi niya, "Oh, sige." Bakit hindi?
Oo, naman.
Diba? When they said it was a 3rd round pick, first overall pick in 3 years. Sabi ko, sige, why not? Sabi ko, 3 years, matagal pa naman yun eh. Baka wala na kami dito nun eh. But,
Bayaan mo na yung susunod na coach.
that probably may happen. Pero, no, sabi ko nga, I think they were trying to ask for the earlier pick. If we're selfish, we'll be like, sige, let's take it. Kasi nga, you don't know naman sa PBA the situation, di ba? And if mayabang tayo na, hindi, gagaling naman tayo, will be maybe the 7, 8 to 12 na tayo if we start winning. But of course, sabi ko, as much as I'd want that for the pick 2 years from now, baka safer na lang yung 3 years from now. But at least you have 2 years of Mamu. Because I think they're gonna be able to sign him naman for 3 years. I'm really not sure what
that's
went
good.
on, how it went
Good
about.
to know.
Pero alam ko sila Boss RTZ, sila Boss Raymond Zorilla and sila Bugs ang nag-initiate. Or actually hindi. Linapitan ba ng rain or shine? I'm not sure how it went on. Basta kami, sige. Game kami dyan. We're thankful to have him.
Oo. Well, Coach, one other thing, of course, in-implement ng PBA this year is the adoption of the FIBA rules.
Yes,
No? You are very familiar with that, having been an assistant coach sa Gilas.
Yeah.
And of course, nakita mo yung international game when you started. Your thoughts about this and how are you adjusting? And do you think yung team na talaga makaka-adjust well? Kasi parang nakikita na natin yung medyo ibang tawagan eh.
Actually, ganun na nangyari doon sa Meralco.
Exactly, kaya nga nagre-reklamo yung Meralco. Eh. So, your thoughts on this, and do you think this is going to be a challenge for many teams?
Ako, to be honest, not as much. I don't give as much. We talked about a little things like yung mga take fouls, some stuff like that. And maybe for me, what's important is now you have more baseline inbounds. Kasi dati pag PBA, pag foul mo, always sa sideline, diba? So you have to work on those inbounds a bit more. Pero sa akin kasi basketball's basketball, man. I mean, I think as players, we should know what's a foul and what's not a foul. We try to teach them to play honest defense. Obviously, you get away a bit more with certain things sa FIBA rules, like the mga 3 seconds, the way you set screens. Sige, ako, just make basketball plays, diba? I mean, we all play basketball. A travel should be a travel anywhere. A foul is a foul. You don't hit somebody in the arm while he's shooting. You don't have those illegal body contact. So I mean, it's up to the players to adjust. I mean, I don't really think that's an excuse for all of us. And I think some coaches have voiced it out. And mas important lang is just for the referees to be consistent game in and game out. And yun lang naman yung habol naman. And so far, I can't complain naman in our 2 games. It's been okay.
All right. Well, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting stuff.
Coach, ngayon medyo ratsyada tayo dito sa pagkapanalo nyo. No? What do you think are the key factors for you now that also Mamu is
Mamu's there. Mamu's on board.
in your team?
Oh.
What are the key factors do you think in order to sustain this winning streak? Maliban sa good luck, sa chamba, sabi mo, sa swerte.
Well, ewan ko, sana matuloy-tuloy bukas kasi baka yung Hinebra naman kami bukas. Kakabalik lang ni Coach Tim, wala pa si Brownlee. I don't know if Scotty's gonna play. So baka sana lang. But obviously, we have to do our part, take care of business. I think number 1 is we have to rebound better. We have to be a bit tougher inside. Yun na nga, I think most teams, big man pa rin yung import nila. Or more of a physical presence. Kami talaga wing talaga. So, we have to find solutions for that. Of course, nagkataon, medyo swerte rin kami in a way na while I feel that our group is much tougher than the other group, at least nakaiwas kami kay Junmar and Aranya kasi yun ang dalawang, and you see how Aranya
The monster of a game.
Yeah, diba? They're killing everybody. At least kami, we don't really have that center. Pero kita mo, hirap na hirap kami kaila Bates, diba? But at least we're not going against a local center na scoring talaga sa post. Siyempre, yung mga imports meron naman. Like si Fuller will play inside. Yung import ng Ginebra, medyo marunong rin maglaro inside. But kami, we have to continue to play together as a team. That's number 1. And have guys step up. Consistency lang yung hinahanap ko sa team namin. It can't be na last corners we had some games where we didn't look like we wanted to compete from the get-go, parang walang chance. And yun ang frustrating part at these 3 games. And that's something we want to avoid this conference.
Alam mo, may nakita lang ako na, very quickly, Coach Charles, si Rafi Rivas is in your team?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I mean, that's just an interesting point. Dahil si Rafi Rivas kasing tanda namin ni biro lang ako.
Nakikita ko na lang si Rafi Rivas para color kapag nakikita sa bench.
No, but again, is this part of mentoring? Is this part of the mentoring part of you bringing him in just to develop your younger guys like Kai Balungay, for instance?
Well, to be honest, that's one of the factors why I got him. As it happened, he reached out to me on Instagram, said he wanted to play, still wanted to try. So basically, can I take a look? You know, obviously there were some apprehensions that people would say, hey, you know, at his age, hindi na magpa-practice yan, ganun yan. But, you know, he's been practicing very well. And ako, I mean, we have a young team na I think I could be wrong, pero other than before Rivas came, si Perkins lang yata yung above 30 years old sa amin. So, we have a very young team.
Very young.
And then, some guys kasi left rin biglaan. Si Prince Caperal and si Matthew Davis both had to deal with some family matters. So, they decided to step away muna from basketball for a bit. So, sabi ko, short na short ako sa bigs. Na-injure pa yung isang local big namin, si Dave Andos. So, Justin Chu, I really wanted from last conference. But again, I advised him na, sige, mag-TNT ka na lang kasi hindi ko rin naman siya magagamit. May import. At least sa TNT, may lamang malaki bonus mo kasi puro sila panalo. Pero,
yan ang coach.
Kaibigan naman natin si Justin, di ba? For a long time. So si Rafi, you're absolutely right, Koma. I really wanted a guy na I knew naman kasi nung nakakalaban natin na before, you can see how vocal he is, always gathering the players. Parang leader talaga. And I value that. So he's been a good locker room guy. And walang complaints, walang angal. Okay, feeling ko rin naman he's at the point of his career na he just wants to play and be part of a team. So okay siya. Okay naman siya so far.
Alright. Well, you know, kayo naghahanap pa rin ng unang championship. Obviously, ang Phoenix, it's been a up and down franchise stint in the PBA. So, ano ang magiging basehan ngayon? What would be the measurement of success para sa Phoenix? Not only in terms of wins and losses, maybe also in terms of the team's overall growth. What are you setting for yourself, Coach?
Well, ako, I keep telling even the boss, sabi ko, playoffs lang tayo, okay na tayo, di ba? Pero si Boss Dennis, very competitive rin yan. Sabi nga ng mga coaches, hindi, ganun rin sinasabi niya dati, sige, playoffs lang, masaya na ako. Pero hindi, gusto niya semis, gusto niya manalo. But, I mean, I have no complaints with the management so far, to be honest. They've been really great, even so much better than I've expected, di ba? You hear a lot of stuff about Phoenix, pero I can't complain. They treat their players right. They treat their players fairly, and I do believe they're committed naman to winning, diba? Obviously, resource-wise, as I said, hindi naman kami San Miguel or MVP dude, but we're trying to build the right way. Obviously, I think some decisions have to be made in the near future with some players, kasi may mga nag-expire rin dyan. But I think that's part of the PBA challenges. I mean, we just saw it, what happened with Rain or Shine. So it's also up to the players to perform. I mean, I always tell the guys, man, we just do our parts and we'll fight for you guys. So management, we'll try to get you what you deserve or what you feel you deserve, diba? But we want to try to build this team. We have a nice young core, so I want to try to keep it intact as much as possible. I think next year, we have at least for sure a top 5 pick, number 4 or 5, which is going to be a high value pick. So, yun, I think may pieces naman, konting patience lang, di ba? I know it's been a tough stretch for the franchise na a few conferences na walang playoff berth. Pero sana lang we can continuously compete for a playoff spot and maybe pull off an upsets when we get enough experience to try to make it naman kahit step by step from quarters to sana maka-semis lang muna.
Coach, medyo ako, I'm quite interested with you being the first time coach here in Phoenix, tapos having a good track record, no? Coaching collegiate basketball, international games, lahat. Do you have what differs you from other coaches before you dito sa Phoenix na masasabi mo that could change the ball game of your team?
The culture also.
Even the culture for that matter.
I don't know to be honest. To be
Hindi,
honest, I just
magbuhat ka na ng bangko.
Huwag ka na
Charles,
lang
okay
bangko.
lang.
to be
May
honest,
track record ka naman, coach.
Hindi naman, pero kulang pa rin. I mean, some of the guys that came before me are also way more experienced and have accomplished more in terms of winning. But ako naman, I just think I'm a normal guy. I'm one of these players and I just love the game. Ako more than anything naman, I'm in this as a pure passion. I like to compete. I like to help people. I like to help players. Yun lang naman yung sa akin, diba? I don't think I'm a good coach by any means. In fact, I think I'm the worst, especially when we lose. But and my goal is to try to help guys and of course also try to help the franchise. Yun lang naman yung habol ko sa basketball. And maybe that's what makes a difference. I tell the players I'm always honest to them. They ask me, I'll tell them straight what the situation is. And di ba, ayoko naman yung mga cooking or whatever, di ba?
Hindi ka naman naninigaw kapag may nakikita kang mali.
I'm a relatively nice guy. The last game was the first time I got mad at some players because I really
Kalmado
wanted to
yan.
win.
Kalmado yan si Charles.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a bit chill. Actually, yung nga complain daw sa akin ng mga tao kahit nung college, di raw ako marunong magalit sa players or kulang. But ako, I mean, these guys are grown men, right? I don't think we should. I mean, it's a different approach, diba? I mean, I'm not a Yeng Yao na siga na lahat ng sabihin ko, takot sila. That's not my personality, diba? Long way to go from there. So, I just try to be who I am lang.
Alam mo, ganun yung mga Tiu eh. Alam mo, wala si Charles at si Chris. Charles, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope we can get you back on the show when you're ready in the PBA Finals.
Good luck on your games.
I wish, Tom. Thank you so much for having me. Sorry I've been missing the last few times. Tempo lang eh. But thank you.
Maraming salamat. Good luck to Phoenix.
Thank you.
Mga kaibigan, ang head coach po ng Phoenix Fuel Masters, si Coach Charles Tiu. Matagal ko nang kilala si Coach Charles. When he started with Gilas, under Raiko Toroman, talaga pong nakikita mo na yung passion niya, yung kanyang interest to learn from Raiko. Talagang nakatutok yan. And he learned from Coach Raiko many of the things that he's now using. And of course, eventually, he became his own man. Iba yung pathway na kinuha niya from his brother na si Chris. And now you can see that it's really working for him.
Yeah, actually, partner kaya lang sinabi ko, I've seen him coach. Maski nasa Benir lahat. Talaga, very cool lang siya eh.
Cool.
Kaya tinanong ko lang hindi naninigaw. Siya na rin na nagsabi, hindi siya si Coach Yen.
may kanya-kanya style yan, di ba? Coach Chot, Coach Tim, Coach Leo. Iba-iba yan. Pero makikita mo yung mga bagitong coaches ngayon, si Coach Pat. Si LA, kahit si LA, hindi masyadong
cool
lang. Kahit si Coach Jimmy, di ba? Makikita mo, iba-iba talaga eh. They come from different generations as well. Kaya interesting really to watch. Hindi lang yung mga actions sa court, pati yung nasa sidelines. Pag nakikita nyo po. Kaya manood kayo ng PBA, dun mismo sa venue.
Maganda.
Dahil makikita nyo yung estilo ng mga coaches. And again, may mga laban yata tayo. May laban ba ito? Ang sinasabi ni Coach Charles, bukas yata kalaban niya Ginebra. That should be a very interesting one with Ginebra parading a new import. Wala na hindi pa nga lang Justin Brownlee.
Maiba naman.
Maiba naman. Alright, before we continue, isa muna pong paalala mula sa ating mga kaibigan sa Smart. Puso Pilipinas is a movement to celebrate the Filipino athlete powered by Smart. Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, X, and YouTube. Get a chance to win exclusive Puso Pilipinas merch by sharing their Facebook page and your social media accounts with hashtag Puso Pilipinas. The Giga Life app is the latest mobile app from Smart that lets you discover and enjoy your passions with the different Giga promos. It can be downloaded and used by Smart Postpaid, Smart Prepaid, Bro Prepaid, and TNT subscribers via the Apple or Google Play Store. What can the Giga Life app do for me? Check your balance. Monitor your current subscription. Top up using debit credit card. Subscribe to the latest Giga promos. Monitor your data consumption. Auto-detect your mobile number when you are connected to Smart Network. One-tap subscription to the most popular offer, Giga Video 99. And of course, Power and Play is powered by Smart. Live more today! Uy, bukas, Terra Firma, San Miguel, Rain or Shine, Meralco.
Wow.
Napakaganda. Ay, mamaya pala yan.
Mamaya.
Okay, mamaya. Ang laban po sa Antipolo, sa Inares Center sa Antipolo. Alright, we'll take a quick break sa aming pong pagbabalik. Ang masayang Casio Bash dito po sa Power and Play. Hatid sa inyo ng Cherry Loom, Cherry Tigo, Photon, Joyride at ng N Plus Gold. Ang oras po natin, 8:35 ng umaga. This time check is brought to you by Ultima and by M2 Veggie Drink. Drink your gulay.
I dare to dream big. To be a voice of my generation. To inspire resilience in the face of roadblocks. And in sharing my stories, I let others share in my passion.
Follow Kai's stories on Twitter and share yours. With Smart Double Giga Stories. Share 2 times the passion with 2 gigabytes for Twitter and more. Guaranteed every day. Plus data for all sites.
Simple, smart ako.
Laging may balita, impormasyon, serbisyo, saya at inspirasyon sa 105.9 True FM. Laging true sa'yo, kapatid!
With Technogas Technique, cooking isn't just about making meals. It's about creating moments. Discover safe, durable, and high-performing kitchen appliances built to last with Technogas Technique. From cooking ranges and range hoods to built-in hobs, ovens, and other kitchen appliances, Technogas Technique is designed to bring elegance and efficiency to your kitchen. Experience Italian kitchen excellence with Technogas Technique, your cooking partner. That's the Technogas Technique.
Ed Filon, DJ Chacha sa True FM. Muling pinarangalan sa 20th UP Combronsok Gandingan Awards bilang Most Development-Oriented FM Radio Program.
Tatak ng tapang! Tatak ng tapang! Tatak Ginebra!
Drink responsibly.
Sa panahon ngayon, kailangan ng tatak ng tapang. Never say die. Paalala ng Ginebra San Miguel. Drink responsibly.
Ang oras, 8:37.
Ang oras sa True FM ay hatid sa inyo ng Ginebra San Miguel. Tatak ng tapang. Tatak Ginebra. Celebrate the decade na lahat tayo nakaka-relate. Lahat ng pumatok nung dekada 80, sunod-sunod, sama-sama ang saya, di ba? Celebrate 80 Sabado. Dekada na hindi malilimutan. Dekada na memories ang laman. 80 Sabado, alas 3 hanggang alas 5 ng hapon.
O kaya bagong negosyo?
Buti na lang, may Cebuana na Lumiere.
Sangla?
Personal loan. Jewelry. Negosyo loan.
OFW. At motor loan.
Basta loan?
Sa Cebuana, goods ka!
Supervised by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas.
Panahon na ng pagiging true. Broadcasting on 105.9 Mega Manila, 106.7 Davao, 101.9 Cebu, and 101.5 Cagayan de Oro. True news, information, public service, entertainment, and inspiration. Kami ang True FM. Laging true sa'yo, kapatid. Simulcast on True TV, on Signal Channel 19, and on TrueNetwork.ph.
Mukhang kailangan ko na naman palitan ng bubong ko, pare. Mag-iisang taong pa lang yan. May tulo na kagad.
Ay, bossing! Baka naman kasi hindi matibay yung ginamit nyo. Dapat dapat ang gamitin mo ay cherry loom, ang yerong aluminum. Basta yero, cherry loom. Tibay protektado sa pangmatagalang yero.
Power and Play with Noli Iyala.
Tuloy po tayo dito sa ating show ngayong Sabado ng umaga. Again, binabati po natin lahat po ng ating mga kababayan. Diyan po sa San Esteban, Ilocos Sur, si Mayor Divina Elaido at si Vice Mayor RJ. Ako naman pala, alam mo yan, mga pinsang ko yan. Yan pong... yung San Esteban, talaga dyan po ang aming bayan. Kaya yan, sunod-sunod yan Elaido, Iyala, puro iyan
Letter, para sa Bicol din.
Ganun. And binabati ko po lahat ng ating mga kaibigan at mga suki sa San Esteban, Ilocos Sur. Diyan din po, of course, sa Narbacan.
Narbacan.
Sa Narbacan. Ang sarap ng pagkain din niya.
Hindi, tsaka very scenic yan. Dahil lumahampas yung alon sa bato-bato.
Ang ganda ng bahay ni Governor Chavit dyan. And of course, lahat po ng ating suki sa Baguio City. Partner?
Maabigyan kabuosan si kayo namin dito na Pangasinan, especially in my hometown of Lingayen, Pangasinan. Kamusta kayo?
Mga Reyes.
Reyes. May dugong Reyes ako.
Pamilya ni Justice Juan Reyes. Yung aking isang tita dyan, taga riyan, yung mga Reyes.
May malaking ang tawag namin doon sa Pangasinan, doon sa pinaka bahay na bato. Yung bahay nila doon, maganda bahay na bato, yung Spanish house.
Nakakatuwa. Oy, belated happy birthday nga pala. Hindi natin pwede itong hindi batiin. Patay tayo pag hindi natin binatin. Belated happy birthday po kay Boss MVP. Aba! Noong po July 14, binati ko siya sa text message. Boss MVP, happy birthday last July 14. 80 yan. Mukhang hindi 80
Tsaka yun, after the successful surgery, ang ganda ng tindig niya.
Iba na naman no?
Iba.
Baka nagbabadminton na uli si Boss MVP. Makaka-pickleball na ngayon. Happy birthday, Boss.
Happy birthday, Boss.
Thank you so much for your support to Philippine sports.
Yes. And also, birthday ngayon ng aking kaibigan and my schoolmate, si Reggie Del Carmen. Happy birthday, Reggie.
Happy birthday.
Nag-golf ko rin, nakakalaro ko rin ng golf yan. Ang ganda ng drive niya.
Si Coach Jong Uwichiko, nag-birthday din nung isang araw.
Happy
birthday din kay Coach Jong Uwichiko. And of course, lahat po ng mga nagsasapit ng inyong birthday.
At syempre, hindi natin makakalimutan yung palaging nanonood na programa natin tuwing linggo.
Hindi pa tayo nagsisimula, naalala ko na.
Kamusta, Manongal
Mendoza. Kita mo naman Syempre, hindi rin po natin makakalimutan ang patuloy na pamimigay ng premyo ng Joyride Super App dito po sa Power and Play sa ating pong Joyride Top Up promo kung saan pwede po kayo manalo ng 1,000 pesos JR Pay Wallet Credits mula sa Joyride Super App. Napakadali para sumali. Just download the latest version ng Joyride Super App. Kuhanan ng screenshot ang app's home screen. Ipadala ang screenshot via private message sa PNP FB page kasama po ng inyong buong pangalan at registered Joyride mobile number and you have a chance to win 1,000 pesos JR Pay Wallet Credits. 5 po ang pipiliin namin. Magagamit nyo po yan sa Joyride Delivery, Joyride Motorcycle Taxi o MC Taxi, Joyride Taxi Cab, yung mga regular na taxi po yan, Joyride Car, yung TNVS, para maganda ang forma. And of course, ang Joyride Super Taxi Airport Edition sa inyo pong pagpunta-punta sa inyong mga biyahe patungo sa airport. Lahat po yan mula sa Joyride Super App, ang inyong bagong kasundo. Alright, and at this point, mga kapatid, syempre, medyo hindi tayo nag-COP last week. Kaya ang dami tayong bisita. Kaya babalik natin ngayon dahil ang dami rin pinag-uusapan sa mundo ng palakasan. Bagamat off-season ang NBA at medyo ang pinanood ngayon ng World Cup, tuloy po ang kwentuhan. Dahil ang daming narratives.
At saka mga pangyayari.
Ang daming pangyayari.
Diba? Natatanda mo, last week yata, medyo nagkasuntukan.
Nagkasuntukan pa, kita mo?
Sa Miami.
Pero sabi nga nila, alam mo kung suntukan yon, hindi na siguro tatayo si Tyler Hero sa laki ni Bam Adebayo.
Hindi suntukan, nasuntok.
Na ano lang yun. Mga may konti lang lambing ng kamay. At kasama po natin sa susunod, syempre, papasok na po natin ang ating bisita sa ating paboritong segment, ang Casio Bash. At At ang Casio Bash ay hatid sa inyo ng Cherry Tigo, Love Your Journey. At ngayong araw pong ito, kasama natin ang ating kaibigan mula sa All-Star Magazine. Walang iba kundi ang ating suki, si Simoun Redoblado. Magandang umaga, Simoun.
Hi, good morning, Simoun.
Magandang umaga, Kong Noli. Magandang umaga, Sir Vera. Thank you for having me once again.
Alam mo, nakakatuwa at nakasama ka namin ulit dahil medyo matagal-tagal na rin na hindi tayo nagkakausap dito. Yes, go ahead, partner. Go ahead, partner.
Bago magsalita, yun nalaman ko na si Simon ang ating sa
magiging bisita ngayon. Oh.
Gusto ko sana magdala ng snorkel.
Bakit naman?
Malalim tong usapan to.
Hindi, alam mo, yan ang gusto ko kay Simone. And many of the young sports writers now, talagang they research. Talagang they go to the source. Very, very credible ang mga sinusulat nila. Hindi po yung basta yung pinikuha mo lang kung saan. Ito, one of them is of course Simon. Read his articles sa All-Star Magazine. Talagang napakaganda po ng mga kanyang artikulo. Simon, nakita natin, kanina pinag-usapan namin ni partner Jera dito, yung Alex Ayala effect, the mania that happened this week. And of course, it continues. Again, when you look at this, ano ang tingin mong magiging impact nito? Not only for tennis, but for other sports. May nakikita ako ngayon kasi may mga nakikita akong yung iba gusto nang ipadala yung kanilang mga anak abroad. Nakikita nila yung training na nakuha ni Alex doon. Yung iba naman, ang sinasabi, bakit kailangan padala sa abroad? Bakit hindi tayo gumawa ng mga facilities natin katulad ng nangyayari sa abroad? So, what do you think, Simon? Ang beyond the hysteria, beyond the fan accolade, ano ang impact nito sa Philippine sports?
Noli, as a former educator, ang nakikita ko pong pinakamalaking impact ay dun nga po sa formation, sa grassroots level, sa youth. So now we see that it's not only basketball or boxing that Filipinos can thrive in. It's also sports like tennis, for example. Nakikita ko rin po ditong parallel, Noli, ay yung naging impact nung nanalo po si Heidelin Diaz ng gold medal at the Tokyo Olympics sa weightlifting. So suddenly, everyone's talking about, but hindi pa tayo mag-invest ng mas marami pang resources into weightlifting. So now that we're beginning to discover all of these other channels, all these other sports, mas mapapalago pa po ang sports development, especially at the youth level.
Nakita natin, partner, after the visit sa Malacanang ni Alex, that the president nagpunta dun sa National Academy of Sports sa Clark. And all of a sudden, nagkaroon po ng mga anunsyo dyan about dapat palakasin pa ang pasilidad at ang pagpapagawa ng infrastruktura. Ganon din ang sinabi niya sa Department of Education nung kausap niya si Secretary Sani Angara. So again, you can see this. And hindi natin sinasabi that was because of Alex alone. But obviously, yung bang mindset ng gobyerno ngayon na-open up dahil nga dito sa nangyayari sa tennis. Mukhang agree ka.
Oo naman. Nag-iisip ako Dahil malalim yung kakausapin natin.
So yung words mo, pinipili mo. But again, it's such a having been part of the Philippine Sports Commission, talagang I've seen this. I've seen the need for better facilities dahil sabi nga nila, alam mo si Rafa Nadal, ang Spain, alam mo ba sa lahat ng kanilang mga municipalities, merong clay court. I mean, many of their towns have good clay courts. And that's where Rafa Nadal grew up, playing in those municipal courts. Hindi ko sinasabing magtayo tayo ng court sa lahat, But ang sinasabi ko lang is, bihira rin yung pathway ni Alex yung papadala ka sa Rafa Nadal Academy. Napakamahal nun
Pero nakuha niya yun She got that seat. Hindi naman siya parang pumunta lang na open na mag-enroll
obviously,
ka. Diba?
But still, you need funding.
Yes, you need funding.
You need funding.
This is where I go back to funding. Remember, yun na panalunan na kaso ni Coach Yeng.
Yes.
Magkano yung partner?
Billion.
With all the pronouncements of the government right now, asan na yun? Di ba? Para magamit na. Asan na?
Sana hindi puro tournament na hino-host ng Pilipinas,
tama
Simon?
yung sinabi ni Simon di ba?
Puro tournament ang nakikita ko
Pero yung
What do you think, Simon?
Parang sa overall economic discourse lang din po natin, Comnoli, what is growth? So, kung yung growth na yun ay pwedeng maging inclusive na talagang mararamdaman at the, let's say, at the lowest levels, at the barangay level, at the town level, doon po talaga natin masasabi sa tingin ko na etong financial resources ng gobyerno ay talagang nagagamit sa tamang paraan when it comes to sports development in our country.
Parang sinasabi, what is growth? What is love? Sabi nga nila Katunying.
What is love?
What is growth, di ba? Ang galing talaga dito si Simoun, no? Alright, let's go to our topics this morning bago tayo mapalalim pa ng gustong-gusto dito. Alam naman natin na yan ang ating... Dito po sa Casio Bash, walang tama, walang mali. May bibigay kami ng mga topics kung sang-ayon si Simoun. Cash ang kanya sasabihin. Kung siya naman ay walang seal of approval, bash at bato-bato sa langit, tamaan, huwag magagalit, lalong-lalo na yung mga fans sa sumusuporta sa mga personalities sa sports. Unahin natin ang ating unang topic na pinag-uusapan ng marami dahil nga sa napabalitang nabubuhay muli ang NBA dream ng ating pinagmamalaking si Kai Sotto. Ayon sa report ng spin.ph, one step away na lang si Kai Sotto para makalaro daw sa US NCAA sa edad na 24. Casio Bash, dapat mag-all-in na si Kai sa NBA Dream kahit pa masakripisyo ang national team duties. Go, Simon!
Comnoli, I would actually say bash, if only because I see a pathway wherein Kai could actually do both. Pursue his NBA dream, but also fulfill his duties dito po sa ating Gilas national team. Kung titignan po natin yung pattern ng FIBA World Cup qualification tournaments netong 2023, pati na rin po netong 2026, nagkakaroon po ng windows in late June and early July, pati na rin po in August. So, yung mga FIBA windows ng November at February, if Kai will really pursue ito po kanyang NBA dream by way of the NCAA, malabo na pong makakalaro siya in the November and February windows kasi tatamaan po niyan ang schedule ng NCAA Division 1 schools. Samantala naman po, sa tingin ko naman, yung July at yung August na windows ng FIBA, baka sakaling pwede pang makalaro si Kai dyan, especially when you think about what happened to us against New Zealand, for example. Kaya pong talunin kung tutuusin in overtime, pero at the end of the day, I just had to tell myself, ang lalaki nitong mga to. I really wish we had a Kaiju standing in the middle as a last line of defense. So yeah, absolutely, I think he could pursue his NBA dream while still fulfilling his duties for Gilas.
Partner?
Well, I agree with Simon here. No, it's a capital bash, BASH for me. Number one, as you said, partner, Kai is already 24 years old.
Oh.
Okay, so if you talk about NBA, I think we've been discussing this palagi, no. So for me, at that age, to get a opening, a slot in the NBA. Eto ako, nakaganyan ako. The ship has sailed. Wala na, di ba? Because he was undrafted in 2022. And nothing happened. He was around 20 years old. Hanggang ngayon, 24 years old siya. Parang, para sa akin, he should refocus his goal. Probably Asia-wide, Philippines, Gilas, lahat. Or even the PBA for that matter. So, from 24 years old going to 30, I think he can earn enough money, no? Playing in the Asian circuit or even in Gilas and even in the PBA. Para sa akin.
I completely agree. Alam niyo po ito mawalang galang na sa mga fans ni Kai, no?
Yes.
Lahat naman po tayo mahal natin si Kai because he was a phenom at na Pilipino, 7'3", na Pilipino, na very mobile, very active. When he was so much younger, talagang lahat po tayo ay nangarap kasama ni Kai, no? Because we really saw the potential. But alam niyo, pag tinitinan ko ang NBA, bihirang-bihira na po ang NBA kumukuha ng rookie na 24 years and
Exactly.
above.
Oo,
Aminin po natin yan. Ni-research ko po in the yung pong every first round pick since 2000 na 24 years na during the rookie season, iilan-ilan na lang po at hindi na po talaga sumikat yung mga yun. Pero again, yun ang problema dito sa tanong na to. Ang sinasabi dito mag-all-in na si Kai sa NBA Dream. Siguro kung pinag-usapan dito para siya ay kumita, yung kaya siya papasok sa US NCAA, NIL earnings naman yun, yung name, image, and likeness. Yun po may chance yun dahil talagang we've seen some guys, yung bagong draft na ito, si Yaxel Lendeborg ng Golden State Warriors. Matanda na rin po, nagpa-draft. Nag-stay siya sa college for the whole span of 4 years. And he made, according to some reports, earnings sa NIL, yung kanyang sa NCAA to, dahil nga doon sa US Supreme Court decision, na between 7 to 10 million dollars, which is enough para hindi ka pumasok agad sa NBA. Yun ang pangontra ng NCAA. Ganon din po yung si Carter Bryant na naglaro sa San Antonio Spurs nung finals ng NBA. Last finals lang. Siya po ay nanatili sa kanyang college. Also, at siya po ay kumita ng $10 million from NIL. So if it is a point about making money, siguro merong chance. I don't know what is the pathway towards the US NCAA, but the NBA Dream parang hindi ko na po makita masyado. Although I would love to see Kai in the NBA, parang mahirap naman pong sabihin natin, sige, tuloy mo yan, wag ka na magserbisyo sa gilas. Yan lang po ang aking punto na wag naman. Let's support him to make his living. Pero sana kahit papaano, maisip pa rin ni Kai na maglaro para sa Gilas Pilipinas because kailangan ka Kai ng ating bansa para sa paglalaro. At minsan hindi lahat tungkol sa pera. Kumita ka na pero para sa bayan medyo ibigay mo na lang ang iyong serbisyo.
24 years old ka na, Kai.
Bigay mo na sa bayan mo. Alright, let's go to our second matter of the morning. Naku, ito ay patuloy pa rin sa NBA. Sabi nga namin, Simon, kanina, tapos na ang off-season, pero patuloy na magandang narratives only because of one man. Si LeBron James, na hanggang ngayon, pinapakitang siya pa rin ang pinaka-influential player sa buong basketball world. Hanggang ngayon, iniintay pa rin po ang desisyon ng The King kung saan siya pupunta in free agency. Alam mo, kasama na dyan, lahat ng bagay ay naka-hold right now. Kaya wala pa rin kuponan si LeBron James. Kaya kasyo ba, Simon, dapat nang tumanggap ng pay cut si The King para sumali sa title contender? Go, Simon!
I'd say cash. Noli, I think it's been an unwritten rule, a time-honored tradition in the NBA among veterans, among all-time greats na when you're on your way out, medyo bawas-bawasan mo na yung hinihingi mo to give your team a chance to get more pieces and become a solid title contender. In the case of LeBron James, nung una pong nireport ni Shams Charania ang kanyang decision to leave the LA Lakers in late June, ang sabi po ni Shams, happiness daw po ang reason ni LeBron at hindi necessarily money kung bakit siya aalis ng LA Lakers. So kung baka Noli, kung tatanungin ni Tito Boy Abunda si LeBron kung happiness or baka happiness nga ang pipiliin niya. But I found this interesting because your Philadelphia 76ers, Noli, apparently the most they could offer, another player would be a $3.9 million veteran minimum contract. Kung tunay po ang sinasabi ni LeBron James na happiness at hindi money ang kanyang habol, I could totally see that happening and he would be joining a ready-made contender. But we'll see. Baka naman po pinapalipas lang niya ang World Cup para solo niya ang headlines pag nag-announce.
Magandang punto yan. Tama nga naman. Alam naman natin si LeBron. Maraming gimmick ito. Partner, ikaw. Pay cut para kay LeBron.
Yeah. I agree with Simon. No? But what is important here is he should make the right decision kung anong team ang talagang makukuha, papasok siya to make it to the finals. Because if you will go back in time in 2003-2004, di ba? Karl Malone, Gary Payton accepted a great big pay cut in order to join
The Lakers.
with Shaquille O'Neal and
Kobe.
Kobe Bryant, di ba? Kaso ganun din, banderang
Hindi-
kapos, di
hindi
ba?
nanalo.
So, sayang naman eh.
Good point.
Again, siguro LeBron is good for another 1 or 2 years. Di ba? Tops, sana naman, no? Without the injuries. Kumbaga, last hura niya to eh. So, he better make a very good decision, accepting a huge pay cut, but at the same time, proving his worth in the NBA by getting one more ring.
And that will certainly cement his legacy.
Yes.
And again, ito pong desisyon ng ni LeBron James ay sanhi ng pagkaka-hold ng napakaraming bagay sa NBA ngayon. Yung pong desisyon ng mga superstar free agents katulad ni James Harden. Hindi pa nila, si DeMar DeRozan, walang makapag-desisyon. Draymond Green. Nag-aantay lahat eh. Pati yung mga team nila kung magkano babayad ko sa inyo dahil depende sa hihingin ni LeBron, di ba? Number 2, yung pong schedule ng NBA, alam mo, hindi pa nila nagagawa yung Christmas Day game. Depende nga kung saan siya pupunta. Kung biglang pumunta yan sa isang Philadelphia 76ers, di nandun kami sa Christmas Day game, di ba? Kita
Tsaka
mo?
kung magpe-pay cut din siya at papunta kasama kaila Giannis at
iba naman yan, Miami. Baba. Kaya nga, so, I think at this point, given na yung pay cut para kay LeBron because he opted out of his contract nga eh, 'di ba? Kung gusto niya sana mas malaki sa LA pa rin eh. 'Di ba? Ganun ang mangyayari or well, at least nag-expire yung contract niya, hindi siya nag-opt out. Nag-expire, he could have negotiated with LA, but I think that's given. He will certainly lose money, but sabi nga, this is not a money-driven decision para kay LeBron. Sabi ni Simoun, it's all about happiness. So ang tanong, what is happiness para kay LeBron James? And we'll find out. Sabi nga nila ni Simoun, baka after the FIFA World Cup, kung saan siya na lang ang magiging center of the headlines. Alright, let's go to our third and final matter of the morning. Kung saan, ito na yung FIFA World Cup, yung segue dyan eh.
Yun.
Youth versus legend ang peg ng FIFA World Cup Finals. Spain kontra Argentina behind the legendary Lionel Messi. So, Casio Bash, makukumpleto ng Argentina ang title defense para sa back-to-back FIFA World Cup title. Go, Simon!
I can see all the mentions and all the hate mail coming my way, so I will say, Bash, Nolly. Spain is a team that was built to beat Argentina in this edition of the World Cup. Bakit po? We always say in sports, Nolly, Sir Jera, it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. Pero kung titignan po natin ang starts ng Argentina, talaga namang katakot-takot. They had to overcome a 2-goal deficit against Egypt in the quarterfinals. They had to come back from a 1-goal deficit against England in the semifinals. Pero sa tingin ko po, kung magiging dehado sila sa simula nitong finals, ay baka hindi na po sila umubra sa isang napaka-tough defensive team na tulad ng Spain. So you have players like Mikel Oyarzabal, medyo mahirap bigkasin, Alex Baena, Rodri, napaka-tibay na defenders po nitong mga to. So as talented as Messi is, as talented as his supporting cast is, the Enzo Fernandezes of the world, it will be a very tough out for them, especially if they get off to another sluggish start. So in my opinion po, Spain has the edge in this one.
Wow! Bigat ha, partner? Bigat.
Dito, magkakahiwalayan kami dito ni Simon.
Color at di color at nakaputi. Okay.
Pero, ang tanong, cash or bash? Etong sagot ko, sana. Sana manalo ang Argentina. I mean, di ba, for the books, it will be back-to-back and Messi, di ba, ang gandang tignan. However, kaya nga sana, di ba, it will be youth against age, but there will always be an experience going for Argentina. Pero sabi ni Simon, mahirapan ang Argentina dito based on their previous games leading to the finals. Kaya ang sagot ko, Sana.
Actually, Sir Jera, dagdag ko lang din po. Spain has only given up one goal. One goal in this entire tournament, and they've 6 shutouts. So,
Grabe, di ba? Talagang depensa
mahirap po talaga if you get off to a slow start against this team.
Totoo yan. Talagang it is the disciplined possession game ng Spain versus the resilience and ability to deliver sa scratch para naman sa Argentina. Alam nyo, the last time nagkaroon po ng back-to-back World Cup champion was in 1962, ang Brazil.
Oh, di ba?
So,
it's Brazil.
Brazil. Si Pele pa ba yun, Simon? Pele pa yun, ano? Panahon pa ni Pele yata yan eh.
Yes,
but, you know, just given that, and we go back to my favorite law. The law of averages. Diba?
Batas yan.
pero there somehow it will be broken sometime. But again, will it be this year kung saan it will probably be the Cinderella ending to a legendary career ni Lionel Messi? Or will the trend continue na hindi pa rin magkakaroon ng back-to-back champion ang FIFA World Cup? I will go out on a limb and say Argentina will win
Sana.
tomorrow. Not because I do not believe in the Spanish Armada na napakahusay, but I just think that it is the law of averages. Medyo matagal-tagal na. Na-break ng New York Knicks ang NBA championship curse nila. I think it's time that the FIFA World Cup breaks its own record as well after more than 38 plus 26 na eh. 64 years? I think it's time. Maybe we will have a back-to-back champion after tomorrow. Well, sana nga at ating po tutukan ang FIFA World Cup final between Argentina and Spain. Mamaya, himayin pa natin ang gustong-gusto to. Kasama po si Diego Cordero, ang ating pong resident FIFA World Cup analyst. But in the meantime, Simon, very interesting discussion. Maraming salamat. And again, sabi namin, aming tutukan ang iyong patuloy na mga columns dyan sa All-Star Magazine. Thank you so much, Simon.
Thank you so much, Simon.
Thank you, Tom Nolly. Until next time.
Maraming salamat po. Si Simon Redoblado ng All-Star Magazine. Naku, talagang sana. Hindi lang sayang Well, abangan po natin yan bukas. In the meantime, bago tayo mag-break, sumili po na tayo sa mga viral videos at pop culture sa mundo ng palakasan sa Stop and Pop. Ang title po ng video natin ngayon ay, obvious na obvious to, partner. The Ayala Effect. Alam na natin kung ano to. Talaga namang di may tatanggi ang Alex Ayala Effect sa loob at labas ng court. Kita mo yan. Infectious ang grit at puso ng ating superstar sa tennis. Patunay na lang ng video na ito kung saan nakadapa sa court si ate habang quote-unquote nagte-training. Homage yan sa iconic levitating shot ni Alex sa Wimbledon. At yan din po ang ating Stop and Pop. Pambira talaga.
Dami talaga. Diba?
Ang dami ng ganyang memes. And ika nga yung paggaya, but what's just nakakaaliw na nakaka-proud talaga. Nakaka-proud. Alright, mga kaibigan, when we come back, ang ating po mga kasama sa show, ang bagong import ng Meralco Bolt, si Antonio Hester, at mamaya po, ang paghimay natin sa FIFA World Cup Final with Diego Cordero. Lahat po yan sa Power and Play. Atid sa inyo ng Cherry Loom, Cherry Tigo, Photon, Joyride at ng N Plus Gold. Ang oras po natin, 9:08 ng umaga. This time check is brought to you by Ultima and by M2 Veggie Drink. Drink your gulay.
I dare to dream big. To be a voice of my generation. To inspire resilience in the face of roadblocks. And in sharing my stories, I let others share in my passion.
Follow Kai Stories on Twitter and share yours. With Smart Double Giga Stories. Share 2 times the passion with 2 gigabytes for Twitter and more. Guaranteed every day, plus data for all sites.
Simple. Smart ako.
True FM sa 105.9. Dito tayo sa totoo.
Everyday, may chance manalo ka sa Cebuana. Mag-transact lang sa Cebuana Luwilier at baka isa ka sa 240 daily winners ng grocery, gas o pambayad ng bills. See posters for details. Promo runs from May 18 to August 17, 2026. Per DTI Fair Trade Permit number FTEB 256600 series of 2026. Supervised by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas.
Ang oras, 9:10.
Ang oras sa True FM ay hatid sa inyo ng
Fujidenzo Home and Commercial Appliances, where you get reliable, durable, and energy-saving products. Upgrade your home, upgrade your business with Fujidenzo. Quality above all.
May issue ka ba sa batas? Tutok na sa Basta Batas! Kasama sina Jen Galvez, Rico John Ferrer at attorney ng bayan, attorney Edward Chico. Samahan ang Basta Batas sa bago nitong time slot tuwing Sabado, alas 2 ng hapon sa mga piling himpilan ng Vanguard.
Ang 105.9 True FM. Simulcast on True TV sa Signal Channel 19 and on TrueNetwork.ph. Laging true sa'yo, kapatid.
Mukhang kailangan ko na naman palitan ng bubong ko, pare. Mag-iisang taong pa lang yan. May tulo na kagad.
Ay, bossing! Baka naman kasi hindi matibay yung ginamit nyo. Dapat ang gamitin mo ay Cherry Loom, ang yerong aluminum. Basta yero, Cherry Loom. Tibay protektado sa pangmatagalang yero.
Power and Play with Noli Iyala.
Welcome back to our second hour sa Power and Play. And of course, before we continue, gusto ko lang po magpasalamat of course sa lahat po ng sponsors ng PNP now on our 9th year. Dito po sa ating show. Again, we'd like to thank all of our very generous sponsors. Unahin ko na po of course ang Cherry Loom, ang yerong may aluminum. sa ganitong babago-bago ang panahon mga kapatid. Ngayon mainit na naman after all ang mga ulan. Kailangan natin na matibay at protektadong bubong. Dapat ang bubong ay yerong may aluminum kapag may aluminum tsak na pang matagalan. At isa lang ang alam kong dekalidad na yerong may aluminum, yan ang Cherry Loom. Tibay protektado sa pang matagalang yero. Cherry Loom, ang yerong may aluminum.
Mileage Asia Corporation, roofing the nation with Cherry Loom, galvanizing the industry with Sumo brand GI sheets.
Thank you!
Photon, empowering the Filipino business. Kapag komportable ang biyahe, ang sarap mag-long trip at yan ang hatid ng Photon vans tulad ng Photon Transvan, Photon Traveler at Photon Tuwano 15-seater and Photon Tuwano Executive 11-seater. Turbo diesel ang makina, walang bitin sa lakas at hatak. Merong manual at automatic transmission, pang negosyo, pang barkada at pang pamilya. Merong 5-year or 150-kilometer warranty, whichever comes first. Pumunta at tumawag sa pinakamalapit na Photon dealership sa inyong lugar.
Thank you!
Cherry Tigo, love your journey! Cherry Auto Philippines has given motorists yet another reason to switch to its 7-seater all-new Tigo REV Luxury Edition SUV. The all-new Tigo REV LE has posted a best-in-class fuel efficiency rating of 84.28 kilometers per liter gasoline equivalent following a fuel eco run conducted by the DOE in 2025. According to the DOE test results, the Tigo REV LE topped its class among vehicles evaluated across plug-in hybrid, diesel, and gasoline categories. The Tigo REV LE has a 1.5-liter turbocharged engine. It offers a combined electric and hybrid driving range of up to 1,400 kilometers on a full tank and charge. The model also comes equipped with multiple safety and driver assistance features, including advanced driver assistance systems, adaptive cruise control, and a 540-degree camera system. Own a 7-seater Cherry Tigo REV LE starting at 1.578 million pesos. Visit your nearest Cherry Auto Philippines dealership and book a test drive today.
Thank you!
Joyride ang inyong bagong kasundo. Bawat lakad, bawat biyahe may Joyride na para sa iyo. Joyride MC Taxi para sa mabilisang solo rides. Joyride Car para sa komportable at affordable na car rides. Joyride Taxi Cab para sa convenient meter rides. At Joyride Super Taxi Airport Transfer para sa hassle-free airport trips nyo. Always safe at affordable, mag-book na mga kasundo. Joyride ang inyong bagong kasundo.
Thank you!
M2 Veggie Drink. Drink your gulay. Game on. Hydrate right with M2 Veggie Drink. Packed with natural electrolytes from malunggay, okra, and ginger. It's gulay power in every sip. And yes, it's surprisingly delicious. Trusted by moms, loved by kids. Perfect for school days, play days, and every day. Available at leading supermarkets and drugstores nationwide. Drink your gulay, mag M2 Veggie Drink na. Follow M2's official social media accounts for more updates, promos, and healthy tips.
Thank you!
N Plus Gold, tanda ng pagmamahal. May bago tayong teammate sa Power and Play, ang N Plus Gold Adult Nutritional Powder Drink para sa bawat laban. Powered ka with calcium, phosphorus, vitamin D3, essential nutrients for mobility and bone strength, at soy protein to support muscle development. N Plus Gold, tanda ng pagmamahal.
Ultima Vitamins and Minerals with Ginseng's food supplement. Korean Panax Ginseng Ultima.
Thank you!
Skin, your face and body anti-aging center with branches at Alabang Town Center and Greenhill, San Juan. Skin.
Thank you!
And Smart, live more today.
Thank you!
Maraming salamat po sa lahat ng ating mga sponsors. Oh, by the way, meron pang special announcement, partner, ang UAAGI na nangyayari po ngayon, partner. Ano mo nga, simulan mo nga to.
Okay, ito this July, your next automotive adventure begins at the UAAGI On the Move. Head over to UAAGI On the Move leg on the Move Leg 2 happening July 16 to 19 at the SM Mega Mall Fashion Hall ground floor. Discover 6 exciting UAAGI Auto Group's automotive brands in one destination. Bike, Cherry, Photon, Jetour, and Link & Co. and Radar. Explore the latest vehicles, enjoy test drives, get your current vehicle appraised for trade-in. Take home exclusive merchandise and unlock event-only offers. Bring your family and make your way to UAAGI On the Move Leg 2 only at SM Mega Mall Fashion Hall, until July 19.
July 19 hanggang bukas. Ano ba? Hanggang bukas.
Bukas.
Partner.
Kahapon, ngayon, at bukas.
Kita mo?
Kahapon, ngayon, at
Ayan
bukas.
puntahan niyo po yan mga kapatid. Naku, siguradong mapapabili kayo.
Yes.
Ayan.
At saka pwede ka mag-trade in. Di ba?
Tandaan nyo, mahal ang gasolina. Tataas na naman.
Kaya yung mga PHEB ba yun?
PHEB.
At saka
electric.
Kompleto ang UAAGI dyan.
Hanapin nyo lang po.
Hanapin nyo lang po sa Fashion Mall. Nandyan yan. Tandaan nyo ang susunod na pelikula namin ni partner, kahapon, ngayon, at bukas.
With UAAGI.
With UAAGI.
Alright, at this point mga kapatid, it's time to bring in our next guest.
Yeah.
Well, he's been here before and he's making a return to the PBA with another team. And we're talking about no other than the new Meralco Balls import, Antonio Hester. Hello, Antonio. Thanks for joining us again.
Good morning.
Hey, what's
Good
going on,
morning.
my brother? How y'all doing?
Yeah.
It's great to see you. I was looking at, where you've been. Of course, in the PBA, this is going to be your fourth tour of duty here in the PBA. You played the last time you played here was back in 2024 with Terra Firma. But where did you come from prior to your stint now with Meralco? Last year, for instance, where were you playing, Antonio?
I was in Indonesia playing in the IBL for Roger Wally Madan.
So that was for the whole year, last year?
Yes, for the whole season.
All right. Yes. And, Jera, my partner here, and I play golf. And we have a term called mulligan. I don't know if you play golf. Mulligan is a second shot. It's a second chance, all right? When I look at your record, you have been a replacement import in 2023 for Eric McKee when you replaced him in Magnolia. You replaced another guy in Terra Firma, Brandon Edwards, and now you're placing another guy for Meralco, Jonathan Vernado. What's about this? What is it about you being a favorite replacement import for teams, Antonio? And how do you take this?
I pray about it and I leave it in God's hands. That's not my thing to worry about. I just, one thing about me, I just stay professional through everything. And whenever my name or my number's called, I'm just ready to do whatever it is that any organization that call me in, whatever they ask me to do, I'm ready to perform on a high level. That's all. So anything outside of that is out of my control. I can't do nothing. So I just focus on.
But obviously, when they bring you in, it's because they know you're good.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's a good thing to know.
Okay, Antonio. Can you tell us the story behind this? Yeah, I just said you were playing in Indonesia. How this happened? Okay. Was it your agent? Who was your agent? How did this go about?
So when I left Indonesia, I talked to my wife because my wife is like my agent, my manager. She does everything.
Okay.
All right.
So I was talking to my wife and I told her after Indonesia, I was like, man, the plan. I love the Philippines. I love to go to the PBA. And right out the gate, it didn't happen. I was talking to one agent about a couple teams, and things happen. People made decisions, and in this business is it's a business at the end of the day, and people they want to test different things, and and I understand, and it's that's part of the game. And as I went home, and I kind of like put in my mind that I understood that maybe I won't go to the Philippines this conference, so I just was focused on me, my wife, and my kids. Me and my wife have been training, taking care of our bodies, changing our diet, the way we eat, and the way how we do things. Just making sure that both of us are ready for whatever happen. And I got contacted by an agent named Samuel Jung, and he said, hey, would you like to go play in the PBA? And then I looked over at my wife, like, actually, I was in Boston. I was in Boston at the time, playing in a tournament, a Bitcoin tournament, and I just won. And then I called my wife after I see the message, like, baby, I just got a message from about playing in the PBA. And kid you not, the next day he said, hey, Meralco Balls want to bring you in. And like, I was just like, oh, like, for real? I was like,
you're very familiar with all the teams here.
Yeah, because I was thinking about the teams that passed on me, and I was like, all right, I took that as motivation. I never take anything as like, oh man, I'm like, okay, that means I just need to go harder. I need to focus and really lock in a little bit more, you know. So to get that message and then to hear the team that wanted me, I was just like, all right, this is like you say, what you guys call a second chance?
Mulligan.
I said, okay, well,
you got a mulligan here.
Yeah, I say thank you, y'all. Thank you, God, for this opportunity. I'm extremely thankful and blessed for it.
Absolutely. You played for Terra Firma. You were an original import of Terra Firma in 2021. So I guess that's really how it started. They saw how you play, and then of course after that you became part of the, I guess, the thinking about bringing a guy in. Most teams here, they try out a new guy, and if it doesn't work out, they go back to the old reliable, as they say. And obviously, you're now in that category, the old reliable imports in the PBA. But in your fourth tour of duty here, Antonio, obviously you've learned a lot about the PBA, about how it's played here, about teams and players. What kind of learnings did you get from the past that you feel will prepare you better for this stint now, this new challenge with the Meralco Bolts?
Well, there's different levels to playing with certain teams out here. So it's just coming into this one is almost like how I was with Magnolia, but it's a new chapter. It's a new situation. Everything is new. It's fresh. So for me, it's just coming in and just being the same player that I was when I came in with Terra Firma. Just coming in and just want to perform on a high level. Just not wanting to overthink anything and just learning from my past situations, with Terra Firma, barely winning games, to being with Magnolia, being in the quarterfinals, losing the twice to beat, not having that, that opportunity to really go forward. But now with another organization who's a winning, team, is just want to be ready to perform like I do any other time. Like I don't really overthink. I just come in and pay attention to whatever the coaches are telling me and what's the game plan, and I'm just going to follow and do what I do best.
Okay, Antonio. I believe you have a game later on. Right?
Yes, tonight.
Yeah, tonight. Okay, when did you start practicing with the team, and how do you assess your scrimmages, your scrimmage with your teammates in Meralco?
Well, I just got in like 2 days ago. So yesterday was my first practice and my only practice before this game. So, but they welcomed me with open arms. They made me feel very comfortable, just how I was in any other situation I've been in here. So it's a lot to pick up on, but I don't like to really say it, but it's like almost like right now it's like kind of being a chameleon, just want to adapt. Right now it's just being a professional and adapting to the situation. And it's expedited, but I've been in this position before, and just want to be ready to perform. That's all. Not really trying to overthink it. Just gonna go out there and have fun. I've been speaking with the guys, and I'm pretty familiar with all of them, obviously, because I had battles with them, and we had a good laughs and good conversations. These guys, they've been directing me, and in one practice, they've given me enough information to be ready to play tonight. So I think tonight is gonna be a fun night.
Yeah,
you got one guy who's
have fun.
You got one guy who's cheering for you right here. He's a big Meralco fan.
So you better bring your A game tonight. I'll be watching you, Antonio.
I love it, man. I'm super excited. I mean, it's just, you get those jitters, man. Like, again, I'm here. It's
like being young again, huh?
Yeah, all over again. Having that opportunity to be on a big stage and, just going to perform on a high level.
I was talking about, maybe lessons that you've learned in the past, which is obviously a plus for you, knowing that you've been here before. But it could also be a minus, or it makes it tougher for you, because many of your opponents, even your former teammates, know you very well now. So how do you adjust to that? How do you deal with that? That knowing that you're coming in, they know what to expect from you, and so you've got to play. At the same time, play what you can, but also try to bring in something special coming into your new team.
Yeah, well, that's what it is. I've been working on me. I've been working on my game. So obviously they know what I'm capable of doing, but then they don't know what, like you said, bring it to the table now. So there's a new Antonio Hester in town, and I'm just gonna come out and play and have fun and enjoy the Meralco boats and the organization and the fan club and everything. So, like I said, I'm excited, man. The words is like it just can't really put the words into what to expect tonight. Just know that I'm going to come out and I'm going to perform on a high level and have fun doing it with my brothers.
The PBA is adopting a few new rules in line with FIBA. I don't know if you've been briefed about this. This includes the standards of officiating. There's going to be a little more physicality.
Yeah.
You know, as if the PBA is not
FIBA
physical
rules.
anymore.
Yeah, I know. I heard about it. They
FIBA is
informed me.
very, very physical. They allow a lot of, maybe a little bit more of holding and pushing.
A little bit more contact. And
Correct.
things like
So, do you think it's going to be a big ask for you to make that quick adjustment, knowing that you've been playing a lot of pro ball? Now you're going to be playing under some FIBA standards of officiating.
I mean, I think the FIBA rules is just playing into my hands because you know the way I play basketball. I'm a physical guy.
Rough and tough, man.
I feel like it's a good thing for me. I love it. I love it. When they told me, I said, "Well, that's perfect." I mean, that's going to be a better situation. So, yeah, I mean, this is awesome.
Bring it on.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. I heard about the rules. Like I said, they told me about it. A little, we weren't too much focus on it. We were just trying to focus on us as a unit. But they told me about it after practice, and I said, okay, that's perfect. That's good then. So it just kind of brought an extra smile to me.
It's always different to play for a perennial contender like Meralco. This is a team that's proud. It's a proud franchise, and obviously it's been a champion team. And now you're coming into them. They have a different culture there. How excited are you about Meralco, and what do you remember about the Bolts when you last played here?
Man, just understanding, like you said, the history and knowing that they're a winning organization. I think the last time I was here, they had KJ McDaniels.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they had KJ McDaniels at that time. That's when we lost to them in the quarterfinals. And then, when I came, they had Alan Durham.
Alan Durham?
Alan Durham.
Yeah, they had Alan Durham, and that battle right there was a good battle, and just understanding the organization, that they're winners, that they're previous champions, and they're always right there. So just having that just gives me extra motivation. Being excited to be a part of this organization, man, it's fun, man. I just look forward to it. Like I said.
Have you talked to your coaches and? What are your first impressions of Coach Nenad as well as Coach Luigi?
Great coaches, man. They brought me in. They said they didn't want to overwhelm me with everything, but they simplified everything so that I could be ready to perform tonight. They made everything a lot more comfortable. Like just going into that hour and a half of practice that we had. They're great coaches. They understand, and they obviously they have previous, they have a winning background. So everything that they was just giving, the information was it was all positive and just being ready. I know they had just lost one game by one. They just lost the last game by one with no import. So that lets you know the standard here and the guys and the level of play on this team. So just they really, like I said, brought me in with open arms. They made me feel very comfortable coming into this situation. And I mean, it's just got to be ready to perform on a high level, man. And these guys, they know what they're talking about, man. So
I just hope you have a good chemistry with your new team.
Yeah, very good chemistry. Just the one day in practice, it just was like everything. Basketball is you really don't have to talk much. It's a universal language. So just being in practice with these guys, the IQs and everything, it was just like we all started clicking very fast, like with the plays and everything. It was just
we'll see that tonight. We'll certainly look for that tonight.
See that tonight.
But
you
said that you didn't play in the Philippines for at least a year now. Antonio, outside of the games, what do you like most and what do you miss in Metro Manila, in the Philippines?
Just walking around, the people, the love, the fans, just being outside and just embracing the Philippines. Like I tell my wife, I love the Philippines, man. I love to come here and just sometimes I just put on my headphones and I just go walk, just be outside. Like
Chill.
I just love to.
Right.
Yeah, just go outside, breathe some fresh air, and just be around the people.
All right.
And people show so much love here, and it's just like good energy, good vibes, you know. And I just enjoy it.
Well, before we let you go, obviously, a lot of eyes on you tonight and the rest of the conference.
That includes me, huh?
Especially Jera here, my friend.
Yes, sir.
If you were to be asked, what would be the measure of a successful conference for you? What would that be, Antonio?
So for me, it's just day by day. You know, you don't want to overthink it. You don't want to think too far into the future. Right now, it's about winning the day, taking it day by day. You don't want to go too far thinking, oh, we're trying to, nah, when we get there, we'll figure it out. But right now, it's just about us meshing, coming together as a team and locking in for tonight. And then we're just going to take everything day by day, build brick by brick, you know, because it doesn't happen overnight. And, you know, like you say, from my previous stints, I feel like I was thinking too far ahead rather than being in the moment, you know, winning the moment, you know. So that's what I'm doing this time around. And all my experiences I'm learning, just going to take it day by day and make sure that I'm ready to perform every day, not just when it's game day. Trying to win every day and be better than what I was yesterday.
All right. Well, we wish you all the best, Antonio, in your first game especially. And hopefully we'll get you back on the show when you are in the playoffs already.
Yes, sir.
All the best. Good luck.
All the
Yes,
best.
sir. Thank you so much. Much love and blessings, brothers.
Mga kaibigan, ang bago pong import, the new import of the Meralco balls, Antonio Hester. Mukhang very energetic.
Kita mo naman yan, Tiger.
Diba?
May chemistry, ha?
Akala ko, clink, click, kaching, kaching. Meron pa siya mga ganun, yung matataas, mababa. Diba? So, let's see. Alam nyo, nakakatuwa yung the excitement level and the passion of these players.
Kali nagpapasalamat siya at nakabalik sa Pilipinas para maglaro.
Naglalaro daw siya sa Boston dun sa tournament dun Anong klaseng tournament yun? Hindi ko alam. Kaya nga tinatanong ko, ito kaya merong basketball shape ba to? Diba? Maka pickleball lang nila. Tingnan natin. Again, we'll find out this later. Ang laban ng Meralco at Rain or Shine, mamaya po yan. Alright. Bago tayo magpatuloy, balikan muna natin ang ilang bahagi ng kasaysayan sa mundo ng palakasan this week in sports history.
July 12, 1996 or 30 years ago, pumirma ng one-year contract si Michael Jordan sa Chicago Bulls. May single-season salary record ng $30.14 million deal ni MJ. Nagpas yan sa team cap ng NBA noon na $24.3 million. Worth it naman ang deal lalo't nakuha ang kupunan ang kanilang ikalimang NBA ring at ikalimang finals MVP plum para kay Jordan. MJ signs $30 million deal with the Bulls this week in sports history.
Grabe, no? Isipin mo, one-year deal, $30 million. Nung panahon na yun, ha?
Oo.
Nung panahon na yun.
Malaki na yun.
Malaking
Super laki.
Super laki na talaga. Lampas nga ng salary cap Sabi daw sa kanila
Nakita mo naman kung paano niya yung pinapanalo niya. His first stint sa Olympics, di ba? Talagang alam mong mabigat yung Michael Jordan.
Well, ngayon, ang mga salary, yung pinipirmahan ngayon, mga 60 million. Ganun ngayon. Talagang pambihira. Kaya si Kai Soto gustong-gustong makarating dun Well, mga kapatid, andyan na ba susunod nating guest? Ready na ba? Okay na. Okay, so, well, at this point, syempre, kanina pinag-uusapan po natin ang paparating pong finals ng FIFA World Cup 2026. And no other. Nung nagsimula itong FIFA World Cup, pinasok natin siya dito para pag-usapan ang
ending na.
Ang buong tournament ngayon patapos na. Kaya tayo po'y tuwan-tuwa na itatampok muli natin sa ating pong huling yugto ang FIFA World Cup sa In the Spotlight.
Noli Iyala.
Nasa spotlight ngayong linggo ang football world dahil sa inaabang ang FIFA World Cup Final kung saan maghaharap ang defending champions na Argentina at ang in-form na Spain sa laban na inaasahang magiging isa sa pinakamalaking sporting events ngayong taon. Makukumpleto ba ng Argentina ang back-to-back World Cup titles o ang Espanya naman ang muling aangat sa tuktok ng world football? Pag-uusapan natin ang mga key matchups. Sino ang may lamang sa papel at ano ang pwedeng maging deciding factor sa championship match? At para po himayin ang FIFA World Cup Final, ang ating pong resident World Cup analyst, ang anak po ng ating kaibigang si Abak.
Yes.
And now, on his own, si Diego Cordero. Magandang umaga, Diego. Thanks for joining us again.
Hi, Diego.
Hello, good morning, Comnoli and Sir Dara. Good morning. And happy to be back here to discuss the World Cup. Thank you very much for the invite once again.
You know, partner, before we proceed with this analysis of Diego, I will be very happy just listening to him with regards to what will happen in this finals.
That's why we're bringing back Diego again. He was very, very impressive and knowledgeable about what he was about the World Cup, and obviously it was very enlightening. So let me begin with this, Diego.
Yeah.
The final has been billed as a clash of generations. Lionel Messi against the young sensation, si Lamine Yamal. And of course, how do you see that storyline influencing the match, Diego? And what does it say about the evolution of world football?
Yeah, well, those two players that you mentioned will definitely be the key players for whatever happens on Monday morning, and they will influence what happens and which way this game goes. But in terms of Clash of Generations, I agree. You have the old guard, Argentina, not just Messi, but a lot of generational players that are coming to the twilight of their career. And then for Spain, you have a really, really young team, a team that is built for the future, and a team that is systematic, tactical, methodical, which is the way that football seems to be going. Meanwhile, Messi and Argentina, they still play old school, very rough and tough, but they rely on those magical moments of Messi. So it's not only a clash of generations, it's a clash of styles, an old school footballing style versus the new sports science heavy, methodical and tactical Spain. So it's a clash of two different teams. And honestly, you can't really pick one or the other because both of them will have justifications. And both of these teams really will feel that going into Monday's game, that they are the favorite, and that should mean for an entertaining game overall.
Alam mo, remember when Diego was last year, when we asked him his bold prediction, muntik na mangyari. He predicted England, and England reached the semifinals only to lose out against Argentina. Against Argentina. So, that's why, again, we really know that he knows what he's talking about. And when you talk about that, Diego, Argentina is aiming to become the first back-to-back champion since 1962, when Brazil did it in the World Cup. How much motivation does that piece of history add to their campaign?
Yeah, it should motivate them very well. It would be the first time it's done this century. It would be only the third time it's done ever.
Wow.
And you have to say, even though history is not with them on that regard, Messi is a one-in-a-century player. So they have that motivation to give Messi this second World Cup, to what would probably be his last World Cup, to give him this sort of send-off, or they'll never rule out him being able to still play in 4 years. But it would most likely be his last World Cup. So this is the motivation for Argentina, for them to do it back-to-back, because it's so hard to do, because no one's done it this century. And that should worry Spain a little bit, because usually this Argentina team, in the spotlight of pressure, they really, really become a great team. And to be honest, you can see it in their comeback victories. They actually play better when they're under more pressure.
Yeah.
That's why that favors Argentina.
Well, Diego, as you said a while ago, it's an old school versus a more scientific team in Spain. Do you think the physicality of the game this coming Monday would be a crucial factor if Argentina will play more physical than this young guns of Spain?
Yeah, it will be a crucial factor, of course. Argentina are a team that tend to frustrate and rile up opponents, and a lot of that comes down to the physical input that they put in their games. But Spain will know that, of course. Spain will be prepared for that. Spain will analyze the Argentina game. Likewise, Argentina will analyze the Spain games. But I think Spain dealt with the physicality of France really well. The physicality of Belgium really well. So they will already know what it's like to play against a team that is athletic, physical, and really, really strong and fast on the counter-attack. So they will already be prepared for Argentina.
You mentioned, and let me just go back to Messi here for a moment. You mentioned that this has never been done this century, back to back, and Lionel Messi is trying to put his name in the record books.
Yeah.
Where do you think, if Argentina goes on to win this one, where do you think will Lionel Messi be placed in history? In football history? Is he going to be named as one of the greatest,
Diego Maradona,
like the Pele and the Maradonas of the world?
Well, if anyone can do it this century, Messi can. But there's a school of thought that if Messi wins another World Cup, he is the undisputed greatest already because of the fact that he did it at 35 and somehow he looks even more likely to do it at 39. But not just that, it's the way that he's influenced football. So a lot of, you can see even the Spain players, even Lamine Yamal, a lot of them idolized Messi. Wears number 19 because it was Messi's first number when he was playing for his country. Messi's influence is so much greater than his actual contributions to the game, which is already great enough in itself. But the thing is with Messi is that when he got that World Cup, a lot of people thought that that was the pinnacle of his career. That was the only trophy he hadn't won yet. And somehow, it looks like he is really, really close to getting his second. I think that would make him the undisputed greatest of all time. I think a lot of people already consider him that, given the fact that he got that World Cup 4 years ago. Another World Cup would really, in my opinion, cement his place as the greatest footballer of our era.
And very few can argue against that. Talaga namang napakagaling. Let's go to Spain here, Diego. This is an opportunity for them to win their second World Cup since 2010 when they had a triumphant run. You mentioned about the sports science behind their game, and obviously a lot of the things that they've been doing. Their defense has been resilient. Sabi ko nga, they have impressed with disciplined possession game. That's the way I see it. What has been the biggest factor, do you think, behind their return to football's biggest stage? And of course, how do you see that if they should want to win this finals?
So it's a better performance compared to the previous World Cup. So in 2014, 2018, 2022, very disappointing. But now in 2026, they're back at where they believe they belong. Spain are a great team because they don't rely on one or two individuals, unlike most teams. So if those one or two individuals for the other teams don't perform on the night, then most likely that team will lose. But the thing is with Spain, even though, for example, Lamine Yamal doesn't score against France, they still have two other players that step up. Even though they don't score against Belgium, another couple of players will step up. So there are 11 players who, at any given moment, can score a goal for Spain. Against France, a defender scored. So even defenders can contribute going forward for Spain. Even their bench players, like the player on your screen now, si Mikel Merino, he scored 2 goals in knockout games from the bench. So not even the starting 11 is the dangerous players. Yeah, and we knew anyone can contribute from Spain. That's the danger from the Spaniards.
Well, if you're the coach here, preparing for this final, what would be your biggest tactical priority? Do you stopping Lionel Messi's creativity, or maybe finding a way to contain Spain's dynamic midfield and attacking movement? What do you think will be more priority for coaches here?
Yeah, I was actually reading his press conference earlier, and his priority, he said, was that they weren't going to specialize any tactic for Messi. They're going to play their own game that they played against France, Belgium, and Portugal. They're going to play it like they would play against any other team. And I read somewhere that the coach of Spain has already played against Messi in the past, He tried to make a specialized game plan for him, and apparently Messi scored 4 goals against Spain, or against the Spanish team that coach was coaching at the time. So he's already tried it. It didn't work. He will try a different approach this time. And I also read somewhere that the coach of Spain was the mentor of the coach of Argentina. So
Wow.
there's that interesting storyline as well. But Spain, they will play their own game against any team, against any individual. They will play the same style. It means it's a little bit more predictable, methodical, and for some fans, they will call it a little bit boring, but it works. And that's the thing with Spain. If it works, then no one will complain at the end of the day.
Yeah, but Argentina is very well known for the rapid transitions. So will this come into play against a team
that's so defensive, oriented?
Yeah.
Well, actually, I think Argentina will try to rattle Spain in that manner. The thing is, I was really impressed with how Spain dealt with it against France. Mbappe, Dembele, similar players who like to really, really fly on the counter-attack. They dealt with it really well against Argentina. Against Ronaldo, Pedro Neto of Portugal, against Belgium, Spain dealt with it really well. So you have to say, if Argentina are going to do it, they're going to have to change something up that those teams weren't able to do. But again, you also have the X factor that is Lionel Messi, that those other teams didn't have. So in that regard, if Messi gets on his A game, I think there's going to be one outcome only in this game.
Diego, I'll just digress a little, no? Because there was this side story during the game of Argentina against England, wherein the fans of Argentina carried out this issue on the Falkland Islands.
Yes, I saw that.
Ano ba balita mo ngayon doon? Are there actions taken by FIFA or parang pinabayaan na lang to? Ano ba balita mo dyan?
Actually, I'm gonna be following that story because usually when something like that happens, there are sanctions, but they are decided not immediately. So I will be following this story to see what happens. The thing is with these games between political rivals, is something like that always tends to happen. If I will be keeping an eye out for anything like that on Monday's game, especially between two of these countries. But yeah, what you have to say is you want to see more of the footballing side of it. Once it becomes like that, it starts to get muddled in other stuff. I'll be keeping an eye out on what they decide to do about that action.
I mean, okay, so we're going to be on Monday. It's going to be a big game. Everybody's going to be there. The World Cup finals are often decided by a single defining moment. Alam natin yan. There have been many World Cup finals that we have seen. No? So, ang tanong ko, which player, outside of the obvious stars, Diego, do you believe could become the unexpected hero of this championship match? Just to guide our fans kung sinong aabangan natin dito sa finals na to. Beyond the stars, meron ka bang inaasahang unexpected hero in these finals?
I'm gonna be looking really closely, other than the two on the poster, at Spain's quiet and non-flashy and non-superstar striker, but very successful this tournament, si Mikel Oyarzabal. A lot of goals already this tournament. He is not a superstar type of person. He's very quiet, doesn't have a flashy haircut, doesn't look as superstar like the others. But he is effective in the game. He is clinical, and when he gets chances, he usually scores them. He doesn't play at the biggest club level. He doesn't even have that CV at club level. So the fact that he is such a systematic player is what carries him forward.
Right.
So the striker of Spain, si Mikel Oyarzabal, is who I'll be looking at. For Argentina, I'll be looking also very closely at Enzo Fernandez. He scored the equalizer against England.
Right.
And usually, if Messi is not the one creating your scoring, then somehow, some way, it's also Enzo Fernandez who is involved from Argentina.
All right.
Okay, Diego. Last, no? I'll give you two scenarios here, okay? First scenario, who do you think will win this Monday, okay? That's the first thing. Second, in case of a tie, and similar to the 2022 World Cup, wherein it went down to the penalty kicks, who do you think will win in case there's a draw
In regulation.
In regulation.
In regulation.
So this is interesting. I think if it's a normal 90-minute game, I actually think I favor Spain with this one because of how they performed against France, Belgium, and Portugal. And you look at Argentina's games, much more dramatic, much more heart attack inducing. 2-1 against England, 3-2 against Egypt and Cape Verde. Comeback victories, all of them. I think Spain, that will be one step too far. In those countries are good, yes, but this is world number 2 that you're playing against. Argentina is world number 1, but you cannot do that against your direct rival. You can get away with it against maybe Cape Verde or Egypt or England. This is Spain. So if it's 90 minutes I think Spain take this one. I think the quicker this game goes, the faster it's decided. That favors Spain. If they go 1 or 2-0 up, I think they will take care of this game. But if it reaches 90 minutes and it's still a draw, either scoreless or 1-1 or 2-2, I think the later this game goes, it favors Argentina. The way they did it in 2022, the way they did it against Switzerland earlier in this tournament, they really know how to play the late game. They really thrive off pressure, and football matches, they get more pressuring as it gets later. If this goes to extra time or penalties, I think Argentina will take this one.
Wow. So, yan, alam nyo na mga kapatid, and obviously, pumusta na kayo. Based on the analysis ng ating kaibigan si Diego. Diego, one final question here. Not on the finals, but on the World Cup 2026. This is a multi-country hosting. It has been one of the, we've seen packed, as usual. Football has always seen packed stadiums. And of course, everything else that has happened in this World Cup. How successful do you assess this World Cup, Diego? And do you think this is now going to be a model for future hostings of the World Cup?
Yep, very successfully done. First time it was hosted in 3 countries, and if you look at the next World Cup, it's going to be the same. First time it was expanded and it was successful, not because you see more teams, so it means more revenue, but because you actually saw teams that got in through the expansion go far into the World Cup. So it means that it was a correct decision, and the hosting itself has been good. The model for 3 nations to host will be carried over to the next World Cup, and if you look at future bids for future World Cups, a lot of those bids are coming in as tri-nations as well for hosting. So it's a model that clearly was effective for this World Cup. Not sure how much the players liked it, because it meant they have to go back and forth between Mexico, Canada, US, and you know what it's like there. But in terms of the fan experience, it was really entertaining. And honestly, I think that a lot of people were questioning what it would be like for 3 countries to host one World Cup. I think they got a really good answer.
Have they announced the next?
Sino next ba, Diego?
Who will be hosting?
Who will be hosting?
Yeah, so in 2030 it will be Morocco, Spain, Portugal, but the first 3 games will be played in South America because it's the 100-year anniversary, and they will go back to the first host for the first games of that World Cup.
You'll never know if the Philippines, Japan, and Indonesia will do it again. Just like the FIBA World Cup. Kaya tingnan natin. Diego, you are impressive like your father.
Yeah.
Maraming salamat.
Who was a photo bomber a while ago? Tell your dad, I saw him behind you. Hindi nakaligtas sa akin yun.
I'm so happy to have you. Sana tuloy-tuloy. We get you every time there's a big football event. Maraming salamat, Diego, and all the best to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mga kaibigan, si Diego Cordero po ang ating football commentator and analyst. Just impressive like his dad. Parang tatay niya lang yan.
Parang tatay lang.
Siyempre, hindi naman pwedeng maiba yung bunga di ba? Sa puno. Congratulations. Again, FIFA World Cup, Monday morning ang laro niyan. Argentina versus Spain. Alright, bago po tayo magtapos, gusto natin i-announce lahat po ng mga nanalo sa Joyride Top-Up promo. Jean Herman, Christine Aubrey Rivera, Marlene Abbott, Christopher De Castro, at si Emil Sanny Gabriel. Alright, that'll do it for us, partner. Salamat. See you again next week.
Thank you again, partner.
And sa inyo po lahat, mga kaibigan, marami po salamat sa inyong pagsubaybay. Tandaan nyo po, lagi natin sinasabi tuwing Sabado, bawal ang masungit. At sa lahat po ng ating gawain, ad maiorem Dei gloriam, all for the greater glory of God. Kami po ang 1PH Teleserbisyo para sa Pilipino. Susunod na po ang inay ko po.
Happy Sports Weekend sa inyong lahat.
More power!
More play!
Sa kapwa ko Pilipino, ipagmalaki ang galing na meron tayo. Ilantad ang likas nating talento at magdala ng saya sa mundo. Sa harap ng pagsubok ay di susuko, para sa pangarap tayo'y porsigido. Magpakitang gilas na at huwag magpatalo, ipagdiwang natin ang Pilipino. Yan ang Pinoy. Mula noon at hanggang ngayon, talento natin ang bida. Mula sa simpleng bakuran hanggang entablado natin ipakita. May pagsubok man ng Pinoy, pinalalakas ng saya. San man tayo sa pulo, Chumbe, Sibay, Lakay, Amiga. Sama-samang pakita ang galing natin katropa sa kapwa ko Pilipino.
Power and Play was brought to you by Cherry Loom, ang yerong may aluminum. Cherry Tigo, love your journey. Photon, empowering the Filipino business. Joyride, ang inyong bagong kasundo. And N Plus Gold, tanda ng pagmamahal.
May issue ka ba sa batas? Tutok na